Hello, my name is Dianne Smith. That's Dianne with two N's. I am a multidisciplinary artist living and working in Central Harlem, hailing from the South Bronx. I am here with West Harlem Art Fund in sort of speaking about the project we're about to work on, which is the largest sculptural endeavor in Harlem's history, I believe. I am creating about 10 sculptural nodes that will be in St. Nicholas Park, along the walkway adjacent to St. Nicholas Avenue. The idea behind the sculptures I am creating is to sort of mimic the organic structures and elements within the environment. So although they'll be made out of aluminum, but I am taking the ideas of the movements of the branches and the shadows they would cast on the ground to create these sculptures. And also it's a way to sort of talk about this idea of the urban landscape juxtaposed to the natural environment of the park. And one of the reasons why this project is so important is although there's this idea of what's equal is that we all have green spaces in the city, but we can't really talk about equal without talking about what's equitable. Although we have these spaces, it's not equitable. The amount of spaces, the amount of public art, the amount of access and upkeep of these spaces. And in this project, I think there is a direct conversation about how we continue to elevate the spaces in communities like Harlem, even though Harlem landscape is changing due to new inhabitants. There are many of us that are still here that look like me and need the things that need to come to the community need to be centered around our presence and not be here because others have newly moved into the community. What inspires me to make work at all is to give visual voice to that of things that concern me throughout the diaspora, the African diaspora. I'm a global citizen, but before I am a global citizen, I am a child of the diaspora. My family comes from Central America, Belize, both my parents, and so both my family. My mother and my father's side is from that area, and so it's just a conversation with my ancestors and the now, and making work about my lived experiences. And I feel completely lucky to be able to give visual voice to the things that concern me. Many of us don't always have a way to articulate some of the social, political, cultural things that we're experiencing. But lucky for me, I can count myself among the many that can do that. And also, I'm here in Harlem. I specifically moved to Harlem to draw on the legacy of all of the artists that have come before me, from the writers, thinkers, and creators and makers that have come before me that I think had similar ways of thinking and working, and sort of preserving our aesthetic. Particularly, and even, I mean, there's the history, but I think even now where there's um, an active idea of dismantling and disrupting who we are as a people when you think about the ways in which literature, art, and all of those things are being taken out of the schools, particularly impacting people that look like me. So yeah, that's why I do what I do. The best way to reach me and see a lot of my work is on Instagram. I am Dianne Smith Art, and that's Dianne, Dianne Smith. I am Dianne Smith Art on Instagram. Thank you. Thank you for being here and capturing this moment. Thank you.